What's up, everybody? I want to provide you with the second economic stimulus update and economic update on everything that is taking place in our economy right now. Give you some insight on why I think another economic stimulus is coming. Some of the unemployment data was released today. Portman came out today. You remember him was the senator from Ohio last month that mentioned a going back to work bonus. He's actually updated that with another same idea, but going back to work with $450 going on week per week for up to 6 weeks. I'm gonna give you an update on that, and I'm also gonna give you another update on how to get your replacement stimulus check. I know not many people have this issue, but there were some stimulus checks that were thrown away, and people have realized that by accident that they received a payment and actually discarded it in the mail. And I'm gonna talk to you about how you can get the updated stimulus check payment coming up next. Hello everyone, my name is Paul Zachary Shelton Jr. and I'm the Chief Investment Officer of Warwick Shore Advisors. We are a wealth and investment management firm located in Orlando, Florida, with clients all across the United States. If this is your first time coming to my channel, I ask that you please hit the subscribe button. Please ring the bell so that you can get an update each time I upload a new video. And also please like and share this video to help me increase the financial literacy of our globe. So a few things I want to talk to you about in addition to the things I mentioned earlier this morning, but our unemployment claims for this week was released earlier this morning, mid-morning I should say, and there was additional 1.5 million people that filed for unemployment insurance for the first time. These are not ongoing claims. This is first-time new filers over the last week. It was expected that by Wall Street that 1.3 million people would file for unemployment insurance. So this is a negative shoot in the wrong direction, and out-surprised many people on Wall Street that additional people filed for unemployment insurance. It initially caused the stock market to go down, but it did recover a little bit in the middle of the day. The reason this is important is because this is some of the data that the Federal Reserve is looking at, that Congress is looking at, and that the White House is looking at when they take into account whether or not they should issue another economic stimulus payment. As of right now, Portman did come out this morning after these numbers were released to pub his plan. He's proposing now to do $450 per week, a back to work bonus for individuals that go back to work, that leave the unemployment insurance program, go back and accept a job, receive their regular salary, and for up to 6 weeks receive an additional $450. That'll be a total of $2,700 over the course of the 6-week period. So it's additional $2,700 to go back to work. Very interesting about his plan, but that's where it is right now. So leave your comments below. Let me know what your thoughts are. Let me know if you agree with it, if you disagree with it. As it is right now, this is kind of the only thing that's really addressing unemployment insurance right now. The HEROES Act that was passed by the House of Representatives, it does address it, but as we all know, the Senate isn't doing anything with that right now, and it's more than likely gonna collect dust and just die eventually. So that's an update on that. Next, for those of you, and I received actually 2 statements about this in an email. For those of you that needed a replacement check or a replacement economic stimulus payment, more than likely it was received in check, or at least from the people I've heard so far, they received it in the form of a check, didn't recognize it in the mail and threw it away. And what happened was they received a confirmation letter from the IRS 2 weeks later saying that your payment was mailed out to this address for this amount, and it was received on this particular day. When they went through, they checked past mail and everything, and then they saw, oh shoot, I did receive it, and I accidentally discarded my economic stimulus payment. Fear not, there is a process. You can go through it. It's going to be tedious. I can promise you that it will be tedious, even though no one's ever gone through it before. But something that is brand new is typically always tedious. But there is a process in place, and this is from the IRS's website. And it says, if you receive your payment by check and it was either lost, stolen, or destroyed, you should initiate a trace on your payment by calling the IRS at the 1-800-919-9835 phone number. Or you may submit a Form 3911. Now I'm going to show you what this Form 3911 looks like. It's a typical IRS style form. It's going to ask you for some demographic information. And it's going to ask you to, put in some information surrounding what your economic stimulus payment should have been. And it's going to go through some questions for you. I'm going to read this to you. If you call, and it's saying if you call the IRS, please be advised that you may experience long wait times or recorded assistance due to the limited staffing. You all know that. However, if you submit the form and you are married filing joint, both spouses must sign the form. So that's something that's very important. If you are submitting this form and you file your taxes jointly, both spouses must sign the form for this payment. Your claim for a missed payment is processed in one or two ways. So if the check wasn't cashed, meaning that you confirm and you know that you accidentally ripped it up, threw it in the mail, no one cashed it, no one received it, you will receive a replacement check once the original check is canceled. They do not give a timeline or a process of how long it's going to take the IRS to go through and cancel out the previous payment that was sent out, but they're not going to reissue a replacement check until that check is canceled. Now, I say that, but it's very possible that instead of sending out a new check, they may send out a debit card, the economic impact card. In my video earlier today, I mentioned how a lot of people are slated to receive a paper check in the mail, and they are receiving the economic impact card instead of the paper check. So keep an eye out for both of those. It gives a note here, if you find the original check and receive a replacement, you must return the original as soon as possible. So if you find the original check in the mail or in the back of a drawer somewhere and be like, oh, I didn't throw it away by accident like I thought I did, but now I have two. I have the original and I have the replacement. Make sure you use the replacement, as that is the most current payment that they sent out to you. The original is a canceled check. It should have been canceled out on the end of the IRS. So do not try to cash that one. If you try to cash the original one, a red flag is going to fly up and they're going to think it's fraud or anything like that. So make sure if you have both the original and the replacement check, use the replacement check, the one that has the most current date. Do not use the original, as it could be flagged as fraud and they'll come knocking on your door with some ugly questions to ask you. So you don't want to do that. If the refund check was cashed, all right, so this is another scenario. So if your refund check was cashed, it says BFS, which is the Bureau of the Fiscal Services, will provide you with a claim package that includes a copy of your cash check, and it gives you some instructions. It says follow the instructions for completing the claim package. BFS will review your claim in the signature on the canceled check before determining whether they can issue you a replacement check. So there's going to be a little bit of an investigation that's going to take place. They're going to look at your signature and compare it to the signature that is on the claims check. That may get a little sticky. You never know. If someone received it and someone committed a fraudulent act and signed your signature on there, then that's going to become very ugly. So there is going to be a process in which you're going to have to, verify, sign your signature, provide your signature, so that the IRS and the BFS, which is the Bureau of the Fiscal Services, can verify your signature and verify that it is truly your legit signature. More than likely, if you have filed and signed a tax return, if you physically signed a check, tax return, or anything like that previously in the past within the last year, and they have it on record, they'll also use that to base it against. Now, I know certain situations happen over time. People's handwriting changes, it gets sloppier, it gets neater, whatever the case may be. back injuries, arm injuries, hand injuries, even causes a slight change and shift in everyone's signature. So make sure that you're providing some updated information. If they're unable to determine if it's your signature or not, please provide them with an updated signature, something current that you can use, or at least give them a signature affidavit that you can possibly provide with your current signature to place it against there, so they won't think that your old signature is exactly the same and deny the claim or whatever the case may be. So those are a few of the things that I want to provide you with the economic stimulus update for as of right now. I don't have a deadline for you. I know a lot of people says, will we get another check? Can you just give us a yes or no? No one can give you a yes or no right now, not even Congress, because Congress doesn't even know what direction they're going in. The White House doesn't know, the Senate nor the House knows what they're going to do. I would say I base all of my videos off of economic data that I dissect on a daily basis, and the research that my firm uses for investment management. I base all of my decisions and videos on that information. So everything that I provide to you, all the updates that I give you, is solely based on the data that is available and the data that is given and what our economy looks like at that specific point in time. With that being said, I do believe that there will be another economic stimulus payment given. As far as the date and the time of when we will receive it, or when it will be sent out to all the citizens, that is the biggest unknown as of right now. Please stay tuned. I will continue to provide you with updates on the status of that and the status of our economy and everything in between. If this is your first time coming to my channel, I ask that you please hit the subscribe button. Please ring the bell so that you can get an update each time I upload a new video. Also, please like this video, share this video to help me increase the financial literacy of our globe. Thank you so much and have a great day.